Now, there are two things that Americans can't escape from: death and taxes. Welcome back to Solo Quest. Today, we're going to talk about how to file your taxes while you're living in China. Welcome back, adventurers. For new viewers out there, my name is Solo Quest. I've been living, working in China for about like 6 years so far. As you can see here under my eyes, I got a big old eye bag. That's all from the stress I've exuded in China and the loss of melatonin. And I don't want that to happen to you. I want you to have a good old night's sleep, and that way you can have a sweet, sweet dreams of 300 baby cats all over your bodies. I don't know if that's scary or cute. But the point is, if you do appreciate this video, like, comment, and subscribe. My boys and I will forever truly be grateful for you, because these are the only type of food that we all consume. And if you do click on those buttons, again, thank you very much, and we can continue on to the video. Now, as for the quick answer, you don't really have to file taxes if you are not an American, from my experience. Now, I've talked to every other ethnicity that ever lived in China. They said, hey, we're free men. We don't have to pay taxes to Uncle Sam. Or I don't know who's their uncle is there. But as for Americans, we still have to kind of file our taxes, even though we don't really have to pay anything. What are the importance of filing taxes in the first place? I don't really know why, but I guess that's the way how America works. It is what it is. But all I know, the big daddy IRS is gonna stick their hand up to your butt to make sure you file your taxes on time, even though you don't have to pay taxes to the good old Uncle Sam. They just want you to file the taxes. That's all they gotta do. But here's the catch. It's a bit tough to file your taxes because it is hella complicated. They're not gonna tell you how to do it. You figure it out by yourself, the good old American traditional way. Now I can see your good old American boots are shaking and filled with sweats. That's nasty. But you don't really have to worry too much, because I'm going to show you on how to file your taxes as an American the easiest way possible. And I'm going to tell you the hard way out too. But if you would like to know more about how to file taxes as an American, or file taxes in general in China, continue on to the video. Now, before we go on a good old adventure on filing our taxes, we need to hold hands for a bit and tell you what you're gonna need before you continue on to this journey. The first one, and the most important one, is a fully functioning swapsy, or either money exchange services to exchange your RMB up to $1. Now, the main reason why is because the website that I'm gonna introduce to you needs to be paid in like American Visa card or a dollar in general. Yes, you can use Hong Kong dollars as well, but not Chinese RMB, which kind of sucks. And the part to this is, of course, a Chinese and non-Chinese bank account. Next one is Alipay or either WeChat, up to you. And the last one is a good old patience, because you're gonna need that when you're gonna be filing your taxes. Now, I understand this topic is not really the best topic to talk about, because everybody hates taxes, including me. So let me tell you a bit of a good news before we continue on to this video. If you're working as an ESL English teacher in China, hey, good news. You don't have to pay anything to Uncle Sam. Yes, you don't have to, because you're goddamn broke. You're not making more than what a typical American does. And not only that, you're also paying taxes to China as well, which means they can't double tax you. I don't know, some kind of statute like that. I read that once. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, technically we don't really have to like pay anything for taxes, unless if you make more than like 50K or 100K, some sort like that, big boy money, then yeah, you kind of have to pay Uncle Sam a bit of that money. Now you're thinking to yourself, since I don't really have to pay any money for Uncle Sam, I mean, well, what's the big problem? Why do I even have to pay or like file taxes? Now, the main reason why is because you're gonna incur like a fine if you don't actually pay or file your taxes to Uncle Sam on time, even if you're outside of the US state. And yes, this happens really often for a lot of Americans out there that expatriated outside of the States. And once they come back, they got a big old good old fine because they didn't file any taxes at all. So you don't wanna be in that boat right there. Not at all. Now, this is the main reason why I make this video, so that way you don't really have to get in trouble with Uncle Sam, don't incur any fee, and actually feel like an adult by paying your taxes or filing your taxes. Now, the first way I'm gonna show you how to file your taxes are for people who hate themselves, and that is filing it yourself. Now, this right here has a huge risk, but also a bit of a reward. Now, of course, the first reward is you get to save money since you don't have to pay anyone to file your taxes for you. Now, the second risk is, of course, incurring the graph of Uncle Sam in case if you mess up. Now, we all know the whole American system with the whole tax thing. You figure it out yourself. If you're wrong, then you're effed. And we're gonna actually punish you for that. It kind of sucks. Like, how am I supposed to know how much money I owe you or how much money that, this is why it's pretty hard to file their taxes. And most of the time back in the States, most of my friends actually just paid someone to do their taxes for them for like $50 or $100. And it's just stress-free. Let them do the whole thing, shenanigans. You think that's hard? Just wait until you go to China and try to file your taxes yourself. Now, after I finished my first year, I had to file my taxes. I was goddamn broke. And I don't want to spend any money to pay anyone to do my taxes because I'd rather have it in my pocket instead, which I really regret. So what I did is that I go to the IRS website and sign up for this form, and they send it to you. You have to sign it and you have to mail it. You have to get a stamp. Blah, 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 blah. Man, it is not worth it at all because you're not really sure if the mail arrived or not. And yes, you can check out the mailing website, whether it arrived or not. But if you get it wrong, which I did, they send it back to you and you kind of just have to figure it out yourself. And how do I figure it out myself? And that is by calling them because their email totally suck. I tried emailing them and all I got was an AI reply. Back then it was like in 2019, it wasn't an AI reply. It was just like an auto chat bot. It was even worse than AI. So at the end, I just gave up and I just never looked back again. It was the worst experience in my life, the worst month. It was hella stressful too. And I wouldn't really recommend this and wouldn't wish this, not even to the people that I hate. And yes, for the record, I'm not totally anti this if you are paper savvy, but I wouldn't really recommend this for a lot of expats that do work in China as an English teacher because, hey, most of the people that do work as an English teacher, they just barely graduated from college or either university. They're barely even an adult yet. They don't even know how to wipe their own butts. Hell, even I don't know how to wipe my own butt. So I don't recommend this method at all. But the next method I'm gonna tell you is so stress-free. Instead of losing your hair, you're actually gonna grow follicles on top of your crown. And that is by using myexpattaxes.com. Now, what the hell is myexpattaxes.com? Now, it's basically an app where they help you file your taxes as a US citizen or either any other citizen while you're outside your home country. So for example, you do have to file taxes as an American or as an English ESL teacher. All you got to do is input some information and they're gonna do the rest and finalize everything and making sure, double check to see whether it's fully filed or not until the very end. And they also put out reminders, which is really helpful for a lot of people, especially for people like me that do forget a lot of things. And this is the app that I use every year if I want to file my taxes. And this right here is like a godsend, And hell, I wish I was sponsored by them, but unfortunately, I just want to recommend this because it's been really helpful throughout my years in China. Now, one of the main reasons why I like this app is because you know how it is with the whole tax system. The words, it's like 20th grade level. And hell, I barely even passed 3rd grade. I don't know what the hell they're talking about in these like documentation. But with My Expat Taxes, they'll help you translate it to a 3rd grade level where it's easy to understand, which is freaking amazing for a tax website because we all know there's a bunch of words that we don't really understand out there. And another thing to this is that they do have a great support system in case you don't understand a certain path or a certain question. They do have a chat bot or either a real person chat to actually help you out with some of the boxes out there. Now, of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbow. It is a bit tough to actually file your very first tax inside myexpattaxes.com. But once you get through that hoop, every year, it literally only takes me 15 minutes. And hell, if I really locked in and focused, I could finish that in under 6 minutes. It's that easy. The first time for everything is always the hardest, but the second time for this is just stupidly, insanely easy. All right, enough with the whole glazing session and My Expat Taxes. If you're watching this video, please give me some money, man. I wanna file my taxes for free next time, please. Right, enough. Let's lock in and let me tell you the best way on how I file my taxes out here in China. The first thing is, of course, get your WeChat and Alipay ready because you're gonna exchange some money first. And once you already have enough money in your online banking account or either American bank account or either Western bank account, then you can start getting into business and go to myexpattaxes.com. And I'm not gonna make a whole tutorial on how to sign up for it. I'm pretty sure you're an adult, you know how to do it. And once you already sign up to the process, you go to your salary section in your email. Usually the company will send you email on how much you're getting paid per month. And then what you gotta do is open up an Excel sheet and open up 12 bars or maybe 8 bars. And the first 12 bars, you're gonna input your monthly salary in each bar. And once you already have that happen, you sum it up at the very bottom and add all that up together. And once you already add up all the things, then you can start to go to My Expat Taxes and file everything inside there. All you gotta do is follow the instruction, input the numbers, and input whether you have a wife or not, sort of like that, how much your company pays. And if you don't know the address where you're living right now or the address of your company, ask your friend or the coworker to send you the Chinese name to it. Just paste it in there, because in case if you have like a tax return, this is where the money is gonna go to. And once you already finish, you pay approximately like 80 to 160 bucks. If you have like a referral code or something like that, it gets a lot cheaper too. I don't know how much it costs in the future or when you're gonna be watching this video, but it's not that expensive for all the stress that you're gonna be probably incurring from living out here or filing it out from China. But hey, this is the price of a stress-free life. So I say it's definitely worth it for the service that they're gonna put in for you, because they show you the step-by-step process to see whether if you filed the taxes or not, or if the government accepted it or not. And there are times where the government says, oh, you haven't yet filed this part, this part, this part. They'll actually notify you and spam email you to make sure you finish that section that you missed, or finish up some other new section that the government haven't yet told you. But the gist of it, it is incredibly easy to sign up, and actually it does take a bit of time to actually set things up. But once you do it for the second, third, or either fifth time for me, it gets a lot easier. But yeah, I think that's the gist of the whole tax system on how to follow them as an American in China. And you don't really have to worry too much about like not filing the right thing or either the wrong thing. All right, in conclusion, there are 2 ways to file your taxes. You can file it yourself or either use myexpattaxes.com. Not sponsored. I think they're a great app. So if you want to sponsor me, please do. Of course, when you file the taxes yourself, there might be a risk of them sending it back to you because you did something wrong, or either you're not gonna know until the very last minute. Maybe the mail didn't come through or some sort like that. And it is a big risk in case you wanna go back to the States and do some other business. So my recommendation is just use the app, let them do the work, and pay 160 buckaroonies or somewhere along that line. Unless if they give me a referral code, then bless their soul, that I can recommend a code for them for y'all as well, and you can get many discount. But you can go to their YouTube website as well and get a referral code. I'm not sure that works. I did that once and I did get a referral code of like 50 bucks off, so it was pretty nice. They do have a referral code for being early as well. So there's no excuse of you not doing your taxes. It is goddamn easy to do your taxes out here in China if you use that app. And if you don't file your taxes on time as an American, there might be risk of you actually paying extra fee to the government for being late or not filing your taxes on time, which can actually cause a big problem if you want to live your life in America in the future or either go back home. So try to file your taxes. It does take quite a while, maybe like 1 hour of your life to sign everything into the myexpattaxes.com. But at the end, it's just gonna take around like 15 minutes every year to actually just file your taxes, not paying the butt at all. And I've been using it for 5 years, so I know it's legit, it's fine, it's great and all. But yeah, I think that's about it. You gotta let Uncle Sam know how much you're getting paid every year. But yeah, if you have any question or either concern, comment down below. I'll try to reply to you as soon as possible. And my last question for y'all is that, do you guys even have to pay taxes as a non-American? I would like to know. I would love to know. I'll read it as soon as possible. Until next time, SoloQuest logging out. Peace.